Yo everybody, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys having an absolutely fantastic kick butt day today so far. So guys, today's video we're going to be talking about high skill camp brawlers. Brawlers in this game that take a very long time to master, but once mastered, they can be devastating in the meta. So we're going to be going over the top 5 most difficult brawlers to master inside this game, i.e. the highest skill camp brawlers inside of Brawl Stars. So guys, hopefully you're all excited. Let's get straight away into the video. Here we go. Okay guys, so like any of the top 5 here in the channel, we're going to be starting off with the 5th hardest brawler to master inside the game and work our way up to the number 1 highest skill cap brawler in the game, as well as we're going to be hopping into gameplay with each of them, going over the general tips as well as why they're so difficult to get down, and we'll go over different mechanics that you guys can start practicing in order to get better with these specific brawlers. So starting off with the 5th highest skill cap brawler here inside of Brawl Stars, and that award goes to my girl Piper. Now when we're taking a look at Piper's mechanics, they're extremely straightforward and simple. You aim your shots, you try to land your shots. Once you land your shots, you're dealing your damage, you're doing your thing for your team. However, where the difficulty lies is landing your shots consistently. If you guys have played Piper before, you guys know how difficult it can be to land your shots. And if you're landing your shots like 1 out of 5, you're not going to be able to do a whole lot for your team. And that is a big reason why she's having a difficulty or a difficult time here in the meta in certain 3v3s such as Gem Grab or Siege, where control is such a huge factor. Piper can manage sometimes on those game modes, but in the right hands, someone who can land their shots consistently, 2 out of 3 or maybe 3 out of 3 really accurate shots. So all comes down to landing your shots with Piper, and it can be extremely difficult, which is why she's one of the highest skill camp brawlers here inside of Brawl Stars. So what we're going to be doing is hopping into Showdown on a map that she's incredibly poor on, and maybe we can make her work. And I want to go over some of the things and tips and tricks for you guys in order to land your shots a little bit more consistently with her. Now, when it comes to brawlers that are like single shot damage dealers, or like brawlers that deal damage in a straight line, such as like Colt or Rico, where it requires you to have a little bit of aim, it all comes down to predicting shots and moving in directions that you think they're going to be going for. So it's all mind games, guys. And it comes down to just practicing. High skill cap brawlers, if you want to get good with them, just play them a lot. It might be rough in the beginning, but that's just how it works. Okay, so one thing that I do want to keep in mind, a big tip with these types of brawlers, is paying attention to what people are doing, how they're moving. Most of the time when someone is trying to dodge your shots, it's all like a knee-jerk reaction. It's all like instincts, you know what I mean? So if you're constantly shooting at them and they're jerking to the left, constantly going to the left, try to make that mental note in the back of your head that they're most definitely or probably going to be dodging to the left, so that you can predict it next time they do it. Okay, so we're going for this Spike. He's definitely a bit more powerful than us. But we have a lot more range than him, so if we keep our distance, we might be able to do something against him. Okay, here we go. I don't know if Spike is playing smart here. He's not being super aggressive towards us either. Alright, let's wait. See what happens here. Is Crow gonna jump on us? Please, no. Please, gosh, no. We need to quickly get our super. Okay, we got our super. We're good. We're good to go. Good to go, ready to roll. Okay. Showdown meta is so funny, guys. People just like camping in a corner. I guess that's kind of what we were doing for a little bit there. Okay, one more shot. Okay, let's see. Yikerinos. Yikerinos! Over the wall, died in midair. But guys, 5th place isn't too bad. Definitely, Piper is a tough cookie to master. And I wish, you guys know how badly I wish she could be played on the 3v3s that she's not so good on. Ooh, poor Rosa. But guys, let's hop into the 4th hardest brawler to master here inside of Brawl Stars. So the 4th highest skill cap brawler here in Brawl Stars is someone near and dear to my heart, and that is Mortis. Mortis is a beast. I freaking love Mortis. No bias attached. He's awesome. He's the best brawler in the game, by far. But you guys know he's got very unique mechanics, which is the reason he's so dang difficult. Whenever you have a brawler that is close combat, when you have to get up close to another brawler, it inherently becomes difficult because you have to get close. You have to risk taking damage in order to dish out your damage. I think a big reason Mortis has such a high skill cap inside of this game is the countless number of brawlers that counter him, and I mean hard counter him. If you take a look at any shotgunner in the game, Daryl, Bull, Shelly, hard counter. It's hard to kill them. It's almost impossible to do anything against them with Mortis. And any of the like medium range brawlers that do a significant amount of damage, like your Leons or like Brock, things like that, they're really hard to go for. There are countless number of brawlers that pretty much counter Mortis. So I think that reason alone makes Mortis incredibly difficult to get down, but there are countless other reasons as well, like how to get into a good position, what brawlers should you be going for, and things along those lines. So we're going to be hopping into it, and I'm going to be going over my best tips with Mortis, and I feel very okay with giving you guys tips for Mortis because I feel like I play with Mortis the most here in Brawl Stars. Whenever I want to pick up Brawl Stars, play for casual fun, I'm always on my mini account or my main account playing with Mortis or like Colt, brawlers that I enjoy playing with. So we'll go over specific tips. Now the major tip that I have to give to you guys is make sure you know what your Mortis is capable of. You have to be very self-aware with your Mortis. For example, your level. How much damage does your Mortis do? I know specifically my Mortis does 1,260 damage, and I know which brawlers are going to be able to 3-shot. I'm going to be able to 3-shot with Mortis. So like the Ricos, the Spikes, the Lobbers, all those weak brawlers. You want to take on the mentality with Mortis as being like an assassination type brawler, especially in Showdown. You want to kind of go around the map, look to see what brawlers are going to be easy for you to get. Like as you can see, we have a Dynamike over here. I want to get this box, but right after that, we're going to be going for the Dynamike because he's going to be an easy kill. Okay, yeah, take out the Shelly for us. We're back in action, baby. Here we go. What's up, Dynamike? We got a Barley rolling in as well. Sorry, Dynamike. No, we got a Barley. So always pick the brawlers that are going to be easy for you to kill. Showdown especially, and any other 3v3. As soon as that screen pops up where you see what brawlers you're playing against, you should be going through your head, what brawler should I be going for? What brawler should I harass? But once you're done with that, super important. Another super important thing that you should keep in mind is how many shots it takes for a specific brawler, because sometimes in 3v3 game modes, you can't really go for some brawlers in those games, or some brawlers aren't going to be so clear cut for you to go for, like easy counters. And when that situation comes out is go through your head, try to see which brawlers are going to be 4-shot brawlers, which brawlers it's going to take 5 shots to kill. So the next tier of like easiness of brawlers to go for would be like your Taras or your Nitas when it takes like 4 shots to kill them. So then harass those if they're the next best brawlers to go for. Okay, we got a couple of teamers. Don't think that Gene is going to pull us. Yeah. Okay, don't mind if I do. And I think we're going to go for the Gene. I feel like Gene is super easy to kind of dismiss. People constantly think he's going to be a pretty easy person to go for, but he has a lot of DPS, guys. Gene is really tricky. And hey, look at that. We took first place. So make sure if you're trying to master Mortis, number 1, look to see how much damage your Mortis does and know it by heart, as well as pick your opponents wisely. Go for the brawlers that are going to be easy for you to get. Charge up your super on those brawlers, and then you might be able to take on the brawlers that are 5 hits or more to go for. So the third hardest brawler to master inside of Brawl Stars is Rico. Guys, Rico and Colt are both incredibly difficult, and they're early on brawlers. You're given these high skill cap brawlers right away in the beginning of the game because it all depends on how you can land your shots. It's much like Piper. It all comes down to how consistently can you land your shots. And when it comes to Rico as well as Colt, if you can't land your shots consistently, only landing like 1 or 2 shots, you're basically useless for your team. Now, Rico is a little bit easier to use than Colt in my opinion, because he has the bounce shots, so you have that to kind of fall back on if you're missing your shots a lot. If you have a lot of walls on the map, you'll be able to land your shots a little bit easier than Colt. So if you're paying attention to what we just got done saying, you might be able to make predictions on who's going to be coming up shortly on the list. But a big thing to get Rico down is learning how to shoot by leading shots and leading with your actual movement, not by aiming. A lot of it has to deal with kiting and mirroring the movements of what the other brawlers are doing. Now, mirroring and stuff like that is super easy if they're moving in one direction. But if players are somewhat decent at this game, you'll understand that they can dodge as well. So it all comes down to predicting how to get people in bad spots. Okay, we got to get this robot off us. Okay, I don't like where this is going. We have no movement speed, so the robot is gonna just tail us the entire game. Should we shoot at it? Wanna go, Shelly? Huh? You know what I'm gonna do? Try and pass this guy off. Or we just kill the Nita, I guess. Oh, someone help me, this robot's a bully. I'm just gonna try and kill him. We have this long passage. We can just keep training him. Okay, we're gonna do a little loop ski. And all the time, just keep constantly firing. We have good DPS here, so I'd rather take damage from the robot than the Leon here. Quickly now! Quickly, quickly, quickly! Oh god. Someone help me. Stinking Leons! I worked so hard on that robot! Okay. Actually, this map shouldn't be too difficult for Rico here. We have these bounce shots to use to our advantage. But we probably don't want to make an enemy with that Dynamike right off the get-go. So let's kind of chill at the top left-hand corner of the map. Let's try and get some bounce shots going against this Rosa here. Yikes! Bad! I don't like! I'm just spamming auto aim! Me no like! It's working! This is working! Oh, perfect timing! That stinking Shelly got us when we were using our super. But hey, 4th place! I thought we were gonna lose a lot quicker than that, especially right away in the beginning. The robot coming right at us, but somehow we got away. But Rico can be extremely difficult to master, but with those bounce shots, he's kind of forgiving. What I'd recommend if you want to get Rico down, or like brawlers like Rico, so Colt and Rico, start with Rico, get his shots down, and then maybe move your way up to Colt. So speaking about Colt, he's our 2nd hardest brawler to master inside of Brawl Stars. Colt is so incredibly difficult, which is why I feel like I play with him a lot. I love mastering a specific brawler. That's fun to play with. There's nothing more satisfying than landing a bunch of your shots on one specific brawler when you're perfectly mirroring their movements and you land every single shot. Okay, so hopping into our match with Colt. So what I've noticed about Colt, I would say probably my 2nd most played brawler here in Brawl Stars, because I like him so much, is it's all about prediction. You gotta get good at head game stuff, guys. You gotta feel out what the opponent is like. So this Rosa, let's kind of see what she's gonna do. So it's all about predicting their patterns of dodging as well as leading your shots. So trying to get consistent damage on one specific brawler. So we'll see what we can do. Hopefully I can demonstrate. So we'll see what this Dynamike does. Let's see. It's a lot like the stuff that we were talking about with Piper. So if a brawler is constantly dodging your shots by going left, then you should try to keep that in mind, that when you're shooting at him, lead him a little bit more to the left, so you can get that damage in there. As well as sometimes it's not that easy. Sometimes people go left, then right, then left, then right. But then if they're doing that consistently, keep that in mind. So if they dodge left, then you should know that they probably are going to be dodging right next. Okay, we're faster than Rosa because we have our star power. Okay, here we go. And don't be afraid. Sometimes one of my favorite things to do with Colt is kind of like something like Brock, where they have really, really high damage if you can get close enough, or like a Pam. So if it's just like specific brawlers, such as Dynamike, just get in their face, plow them down, and just ham auto aim. Land all those shots. Uh-oh. Don't come for me, please. Please, robot. Please, Mr. Robot. I'm sure it's targeting someone else. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, he's going for the Dynamike. Never mind, pass him along. Oh, do I wish I had Mortis. I'd get that Dynamike so quick. Okay. So this is going to be easy to land our shots against the Colt there, because the robot was forcing him to move in ways that we could predict where he would be. Okay, let's get the Rosa. Nice. Alright. We're dead. We had to go straight for him. It was either the robot or the Dynamike. But hey, I'll take 2nd place. Super, super good. Another way to get better with the high skill cap brawlers, like I mentioned previously in the video, it just takes practice. If you want to get good with one, just use that brawler in and out. Don't just keep flip-flopping in between brawlers if you truly want to get better with that specific brawler. So moving on to the hardest brawler to master here inside of Brawl Stars, and it may surprise you, but the hardest brawler is most definitely Dynamike. Where do I even start with Dynamike? I feel like there are so many things that makes Dynamike a high skill cap brawler. For example, a lot of the stuff that we talked about in today's video, Dynamike shares as well. With the Mortis situation, him being hard countered by so many different brawlers, Dynamike has that as well. And I don't mean countered, I mean hard countered. There are so many brawlers that just take out Dynamike so easily, so he has that going for him, as well as he has those things where it's hard to land your shots, such as Piper. If you can't land your shots consistently with Dynamike, you're just gonna get run over by so many other brawlers. I find whenever I'm playing against a Dynamike, it's incredibly easy, if they're not like super skilled with Dynamike, to get in close, dodge their shots, and just kill him. But like I said before, with every single brawler that's a high skill cap brawler, once you get them down, they are devastating. Once you get the mechanics down, if you're playing up against a good Dynamike, you will most definitely know, because they are really good. Some other things to keep in mind that make him incredibly difficult are some of his mechanics, such as his star power. To get any use of his star power, you have to be pretty decent with Dyna, but again, once you kind of get it down, oh baby, he can be freaking amazing. Okay, not this again. I don't want to deal with Mr. Robot again. Okay, thank you. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Now, some tips and tricks that I'd like to discuss with Dynamike that kind of help me is, a cool thing about him, or a thing that you should try to do, is throw out 2 shots in different directions of where they're going to be, so at least you can land some sort of damage there. You might not get a bunch of damage, but you can keep them damaged so they can't heal up. So here we go. Let's see where the Penny might go there, might go back over there. Let's see. Oh, we got Rosa and this guy teaming. Feels bad, man. Hey, we're but guys, I feel like Dynamike is such a picked on brawler. It kind of stinks, and we were just picking on Dynamike's earlier in today's video with Mortis, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. I'm not going to cut that out. If we lose, we lose. But Dynamike, a testament as to how difficult he can be to master. Like I said before, whenever I see someone who's just a boss with Dynamike, who just is destroying with him, it's always so dang like commendable and jaw-dropping, being able to see how good they can be. Some of the guys that you play up against, it's just they land every single shot. They're so good at predicting where you're going to go, or putting the Dynamikes in a spot where they have to move, and they're still going to take damage. I don't know. It blows my mind. I wish I was a bit better with him. Maybe he'll be the next high skill cap brawler that I try to get down here inside of Brawl Stars. But guys, let me know if you agree with my picks. What other brawlers do you find difficult inside the game? Like I said before, these are the top 5 hardest brawlers to master here inside of Brawl Stars. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to slap a like on it. I really appreciate that. Also, consider hitting that subscribe button down below and being a part of the Ray fam. We would love to have you. So guys, with that being said, make sure to keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.